Greetings YouTube, this is yugioh Gaming once again. Today, I will be starting a new Let's Play. Konami. Now, as you all know, I am a very new YouTuber and this will be the first Let's Play and video actually, that I've done on my own. So please, bear with me, I will get better with time. Now, we'll be playing this wonderful game. And I just made this intro. Yes, that is right. Today, I will be starting a Let's Play on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses. Now, I played this game as a child, and oh my gosh, it was my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Game ever. I've never actually completed any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Game other than this one because it's the only one that has kept me with it for so long. It takes the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game that we all know and love to a whole nother level with this new concept that I will get into later. Now, let us start the game. At the beginning of this game, there is a lot of exposition. Because of this video will probably only be said exposition, and I will not be doing voices for all this because that is exhausting. I have done this once before, and my recording failed. So, the second time I'll be doing this recording, and I won't be doing voices because sometimes it's so tiring. Now, the British Empire in the 1480s, the War of the Roses, and the power struggle between the House of Lancaster and York to decide a royal successor was nearing an end. With York as well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was going to slip away. And in France, Hugh Henry Tudor, the last Lancastrian heir, was being forced to leave life from exile. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient French military wielded by Seto and his 7 followers, known as the Rose Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, dual card games were still at the fledgling stage, thus the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a dual master capable of facing the first of battle. With this in mind, Margaret Hyde, Court of Lancaster, secretly requested a high druid to summon the duelist from another age. Thus where we come into the game. Appears like we're falling and into some sort of temple. Poof! Oh, might be. So I guess we come into the world in a lightning bolt. Alright. Simon McMorrin. Ooh, summoned from the mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was truth to the legend of the Rose Duelist. Lady Margaret, I did it. Now we have the forces for defeating the evil forces of Rose Duelist. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMorrin, High Druid and Servant of Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelist would like to be known? Now, as you know, I am yugioh Gaming, so I will be calling myself yugioh. ironic. The British Empire is in turmoil, with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by the Yorkist usurpers. The power struggle is referred to as the War of the Roses, a name based on the badge's unique size, a red rose with the Lancastrians and a white rose with the Yorkists. Right now, our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and the Lord who claims the throne, all because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their sorcerers who rank with white rose cards. Using our red rose cards, so with you, Ulquiorra, to this day and age, we hope that your dueling experience with the Rose Crusaders will lead us to victory. You will help us, of course you will. Foolish of me to even doubt the way your loyalty lies. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rose Duelists. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you, the rules of dueling differ here from those of your age. Your need for dueling is governed by what is known as the perfect rule. I will get to more in depth as to what this perfect rule is and the differences in this game comparatively to standard Yu-Gi-Oh card games. In addition to some of my distinctions, there are two major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning, the other is the declarative concept. These are two aspects of dueling that were lost in the process of the ancient war of the monsters which adapted the card rule. The perfect rule represents those lost rules that were miraculously revived in your kingdom. Perhaps practice will serve better than an explanation shall. I will not be doing this practice game because this practice game takes so long to do. There's so much reading and all this nonsense. I already know how to play the game. I will explain it to you guys once we get in the game. First, Ulquiorra, you must select a deck to duel. Of course, it is important that you feel the vibration of the deck later than the minute. Resonations that rings through your soul. The cards themselves draw their power from the energies of the ancient ones, classic Yugioh theme. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the ancient ones and the deck wielder. Ulquiorra, it is essential that you select a leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. Here are several decks from which to choose from. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Choose carefully for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your moves. Now, here's a very interesting concept in this game added on to the already interesting changes to the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh itself. Depending on the name that you give yourself, you will get 3 deck options out of a list of like 12, I think it is, 12 or 13 decks that is possible for you to get. Now, I've looked at all 3 previously. I'm not interested in Wolfpack 2. Both Man in the Aqua and Arcanine Persaph are very interesting decks and fun to play. I have already played with an Arcanine Persaph deck myself. I have not played with Maiden of the Aqua. And I did a little practice run with Maiden of the Aqua, a couple duels in, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a very interesting concept and one deck that I have never actually beaten the game with. So, we will be playing with Maiden of the Aqua. Ah, I see who I've selected in your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumor that red rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? Ah, good old Seto. Now, I absolutely love Seto's armor here. It is so freaking cool the way the Blue Eyes head goes out into his shoulder pad and the wing on the side. I absolutely love that costume. If somebody ever made that into like a cosplay, I would absolutely love that. That would be so freaking cool. It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosencruz, what brings you here? Now, Seto is the Rosencruz that Simon was talking about earlier. Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you? How Seto is such a savage. Oh, that's Kaiba for you, so hey, what do you expect? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. Yes, I am. I must admit there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. Of course, I'm a boss. I mean, I'm freaking Ulquiorra. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our Lizzo group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencruz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the forbidden Rose summoning. If so, then the Red Rose cards would have evolved into this hand. The cards by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life, if need be, to prevent any from uttering the spell of doom. Most likely you will. The spell of doom. Fool! The 16 red and white rose cards grant power over all Druid legend has choice of the true meaning of these cards. You can obviously see the difference between the two competing sides, with the white being the Orcs and the red being the Lancastrians, in comparison to the actual abilities of the rose cards themselves. We Rose Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards, and we shall do so by extending the role of the world. By the way, it was clever of me to form a circle of red roses to provide a barrier to some of the rose leaves. But if you are foolish to come alone, this area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by handing over the red rose cards. Me? A fool? And what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the red rose cards will remain here in my possession? Very smart, Simon, but something tells me it really wasn't your idea, and that was probably mine. Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. Then you leave me with but one option. I shall miss the aid of your precious rose cards. Oh, of course. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. Red and white positions must be laid out first in the summoning order to your opponent. You know the spell? Since you need those 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we achieve our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that the Honorable Yugioh would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? I already am. Sorry, Simon. Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, have possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you can side with either one of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war after all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place. Kaiba makes a very, very good point here. Why would I side with the losing side? If my goal is to go home, oh. Oh, this is fun. My apologies. It appears my system just crashed. Lovely. Perhaps we can load this up. Ah, crap, that's with Arknight Parsath. That's right. I apologize, viewers. My emulator is a bit iffy at times. Let's just skip through these real quick. Get back to where we were. Shouldn't take too long. Once again, I apologize. Skip. All this. Blah 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 blah. Lancastrians, such as the Rose Crusaders. Let's get back to where we were. Now I could have cut the recording and just started over again, but this is already the second time I've done this, so I'm not really interested in reading all this again. I'll go with Fine name indeed. 48.5, British Empire, Usurpers, Roses. I'm sure you can clicking of my mechanical keyboard. Lots of fun there. Nice little piano theme here with Seto Kaiba. Or Seto being the boss that the ones use. Here we are. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates the even side of one of us, but I'm sure they'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who is desperate enough to side in the first place? I think it's quite clear when side fair finishes at home. Yugioh, heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic. Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, wait a few minutes and you are here. After all, Simon, this future is not for us to decide now. Well, yeah. Splendid! Keeping with the tradition of the old garden, I offer you a choice. Here are two roses. The white represents me, and the red for old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose. Stand by my side, duelist, choose the white rose. Now, we actually get an option to choose which path we want to go. Either side would be Yorkis and Seto Kaiba, or the Lancastrians with Yugi and Simon here. Now, I am Yugioh, I am one evil, but so I will be siding with Kaiba because he actually makes a very, very good point. Why would I side with the losing side? My entire goal as a character would be to get home. Now, the best way to do that is to join the winning side, so I won't have to do as much work as you do so we will be siding with Seto for this first part. Now, once we complete this half of the game, I will be going back and doing the Yorkis, or not the Yorkis, the Lancastrian side of the game. So you guys will get to see both, but now we are starting with Seto. A wise choice, duelist. I see you are well versed in judging the situation. Welcome to the Rose Crusaders, my honor. Okay, old man, it's time you made yourself scarce. And bye-bye, Simon. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. I just need you out of the way until everything is settled. Now let's talk about the red rose cards. Simon mentioned that he spread the cards among certain individuals just as for summoning. I think it's safe to assume that a large number of these individuals are his confederates currently located in France. I would like to ask you to enter France and over and retrieve the cards for a cause. I would go myself, however, I'm used to making our barrier between the leading forces. According to the legend, one must use a deck that costs lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another color. We'll get to deck cost once we are done with the exposition. Remember, a deck that costs lower than that of an opponent is the key. I've also heard somewhere that the Celts inherited their red rose cards from the original inhabitants of Stelvia. This would mean that our enemy Yugi, who comes from a line of Welsh nobility, would likely have inherited one of the red rose cards. This means that those who oppose the Rose Crusaders are sufficiently equipped to duel against us as equals. Given their desperate situation, they will retaliate with everything they've got. It would be wise not to underestimate them. I'm depending on them. Thus finally ends the exposition. I know that was exhausting. It was just as exhausting for me. We will not be doing this first duel here in this first video, but really quickly, I will be doing a save state just in case this crashes again. I'd really rather not lose all that data again. So, we've got a good map of England, a little bit of Scotland up here, Ireland, there's the Yorkis symbol, big old ocean over here which we can even use, Germany, France, and France will win the Lancastrian symbol. Our first opponent will be Taya. But before all this, let us take a look at our deck. Now, this screen looks very intimidating at first, but in reality is actually very simple. So, if you see right here, here's our deck cost. Currently our deck cost is 823. Each card has a specific cost that increases that value, and kind of is an estimation of how powerful your deck is. Now, we have 40 cards in our deck. We only have 40 cards available to us, so we won't be able to really change anything out. Oops, I accidentally left that screen. Come back. Come back, my dear friend. Alright, back to what I was doing. Alright, main of the Aqua, this is our deck leader. Now, our deck leader won't actually be used as a card itself, it'll just be our representation of ourselves. If we actually get another deck leader in replacement of the Aqua with that deck leader, we could actually use this card and its special effect, which, as you can see here, increase the power of all of our Aqua monsters by 500 points while this card is in face-up defense position. Now, this is a very good ability because most of our cards are good cards, I should say, are Aqua cards, either Sea Serpent or Aqua. See, lots of Aqua here, being Kraken, Huron, the Mountain Red Shadows, Tiger, all this stuff here, Seeking, all stuff. All Aqua. So that's our main thing is Aqua, and a little bit of Sea Serpents and Fish. Ironically, our best card is actually Fish, not a Aqua card, which is very unfortunate. The Man-Eating Black card starts with the highest attack power in our entire deck. So, with that, I will most likely be getting another card as a deck leader instead of main of the Aqua because I really like her special effect and it'll make this deck much more powerful. We got all our cards here. Yugioh Shane, when it is flipped face up, it will transform all spaces within a range of one space to C, which increases our damage for all of our fish, our sea serpents, our aqua creatures. Don't really be using mechanical all that much. Hito Den Shock gains 1,000 bonus points when engaged in battle with machine monsters. Well, be facing machine monsters this half. There is an actual machine card player in the other side that we have to face. The Furious Seeking, when this card is flipped face up, transforms all adjacent spaces to sea trees, just like the Yugioh. Psychic Capo, whenever the damage is inflicted to life with battle, the damage is reduced to 0. Nice card there. Draw cards. An Amoeba transforms all adjacent spaces into sea space when this card is destroyed. Turtle Raccoon teleports to its own summoning area when it is flipped face up, and if it's flipped face up in battle, that battle is cancelled. Starboy, when this card is flipped face up, all of your own Aqua monsters are strengthened by 300 points. Another good ability. Penguin Soldier, when this card is flipped face up, all Penguin Knights are strengthened by 800 points. So, quite a few cards that boost us there. Eye of Truth allows us to see the opponent's hand for 5 seconds. Aqua Chorus boosts the attack and defense of all of my water monsters. Actually, it's all water monsters on the field by 600 points, so I'll have to be careful with that. Power of Kaishi increases the power of water monsters by 500. And Tears the Mermaid, a disposable trap that spellbinds the enemy for 1 turn and reduces their strength by 600. I will get to spellbinding once we get into a match, because that's another new concept in this new game. So, that is our deck. And that will finish us up for this video. Next video, we will be going to face Taya, and I will explain a bit more of the rules, as Taya is a very easy opponent. At the beginning, she's not a pushover. She can fight back pretty hard, but it'll be a good start to get you guys accustomed to the strangeness, I guess I could say, in comparison to standard Yu-Gi-Oh games. So, I have been yugioh Gaming. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. So,